Hello, and welcome to another midweek reflection. Was that too much? I think that was too much. I'll dial it down next week, cancel the zip wire. But I hope you're keeping well. I hope you're keeping safe, especially as today, Tuesday, on which I'm recording this, is incredibly wet and windy. The lamppost outside is shaking around a lot. And there have been a couple of weather warnings given for tonight, potential damage to property and to trees, which is of course worrying for people's health, lives, damage, accidents, that kind of thing. Put those words together and make a sentence out of those. But it's also worrying because of the damage to trees, as I say, because trees are so important, as we know. They give us oxygen and take in carbon dioxide. They help us de-stress. Apparently, even just being around them relieves some of our anxieties. They contain all sorts of incredible healing, medicinal qualities. Trees are pretty special, and they're also pretty beautiful. I'm going to show some photos of trees now. Hopefully they're on your screen, or even your screen. And I have chosen some of my favorite photos of trees. I don't tend to take lots of photos, but of trees, but these were some of my travels that I've come across. The first one there is of one of the olive trees in the Garden of Gethsemane. The trees there are said to be hundreds of years old, possibly kind of saplings or grown from the original olive trees there. And the second tree is called the Princess, and is a tree I climbed in the Amazon rainforest and slept in for a little while, and that was an incredible experience. And then these next trees are the beautiful Park in Ponty. That first one is I took last December down the tree-lined path, and then the other one I took on Monday as I was walking through the park. The sun was shining on that plum tree, which I thought was pretty beautiful. So, trees are helpful, health-giving, positively, beautiful, and they're also prominent in our scripture. In fact, we're told we should be like trees. In Psalm 1, we're said we should be like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. That's the kind of person we should be like. Non-withering and yielding fruit. And our Bible, our scripture is you could argue is a book about trees, made from trees. In Genesis, we have a description of all kinds of trees. It said God planted all sorts of trees in the Garden of Eden, including the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So trees at the start of the Bible, trees at the end. In the book of Revelation, the tree of life has a prominent place. And of course, somewhere in the middle, the all-important tree on which Christ was crucified. You know, trees are central to our faith. And a week on Sunday, we are going to start a season of sermons, 4 sermons in September, which are going to look at creation. It is the season of creation, which many churches around the world and other faith groups focus on, and we're going to do the same, looking at woodland in the first week, water in the second, wildlife in the third, and wonders of nature in the fourth. You know me, I love a bit of alliteration. So that brings us to the invitation challenge for this week. It is to send in your photographs of trees, your poems of trees, anything arboreal related, it's not even a phrase, but anything to do with trees that you would like to share. I know some of you, like Pam, has already shared the tree in her garden along with a poem. I think maybe we'll get to see that again. But yeah, any photographs of your favourite tree, or just a tree in your garden, or poems, phrases, interesting facts, whatever it might be, send them in and we'll share them. Not only will we share them next week, they'll have a place in the service that we have celebrating trees and woodland on the 6th of September. So, spoiler. So another amazing thing about trees we haven't even mentioned is the things that can be made from them. Well, I suppose we did mention books and the cross but also houses and ships and giraffes. All sorts of things can be made by trees, including doors, which reminds us, of course, as if I rehearsed this, which I clearly didn't. I just wrote down, remember the doors. To our challenge from last week, we were talking about liminality, how we are on a threshold at the moment as we end the summer. It seems to have gone according to the weather today, but and go into autumn as people go back to college, to school, to university, and as we trial a new online routine of things at church, we're on this threshold. And so I encourage you to send in photographs or stories of your favorite doors, and you have done. So in a second, we'll end this recording with some of those images, for which I thank you all. Nathan had some fab ones. There's some really great photos here. But before I do, just a reminder, if you are one of the members of our churches and are willing to facilitate a Zoom service or activity once a month from September, please let me know, because that will affect what we put on. And I think that's about it. I was going to sing along to the gallery you're about to see, not knocking on heaven's door, but I'm sure we don't have the rights to that. So instead, there'll be some generic music and a wonderful image of doors. Just imagine where they will take you, perhaps even into Narnia. For now, go well, God bless, keep warm, keep dry, and see some of you Sunday, I hope. Bye.